Hey everybody, good afternoon and welcome to My Chamber TV. This is the Greater Hernando Chamber of Commerce version. And we are up here in Chamber, and I've got Kevin Quinn, the marketing manager for Rookie Sports Bar and Grill.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, buddy?
Beautiful day.
Yeah?
Beautiful day in
Well, it's
Hernando.
Florida. It's sun shining outside. It's not too hot right now.
No, it's fabulous.
You know?
Yeah, everybody should be here.
Until July or June, and we'll go somewhere else. So let's talk about Rookies Sports Bar and Grill. What is Rookies?
Rookies is a bar and restaurant. We like to call ourselves a family restaurant.
Okay.
Okay. And I would say about 65% of the business, building-wise,
Right.
is restaurant.
Okay.
Tables, chairs, booths for families, and then there is a pub side as well.
Okay. Now, is it all indoor seating, outdoor seating, kind of a mix of both, or?
Well, no, actually, it originally was all indoor.
Okay.
And about 3 years ago,
COVID.
we expanded with an outdoor patio.
Nice.
Awning, canvas.
Nice.
And, of course, the prerequisite fans to keep everybody nice and cool.
Right.
Yeah.
What type of food do you have at this location?
It's an American fare, if you will. It's everything from hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken. I think what I find most impressive and people need to realize is that the food that we provide is all fresh. There's
Right.
nothing coming out frozen. In fact, since I took on the position of marketing manager, I was toured through the kitchen specifically.
Right.
And I was very impressed. The side of a restaurant that you don't often see, and I was very impressed with everything being fresh and dated and a dedicated staff of people that really like their job.
Right. You know, and I know this is going to sound weird. I judge a restaurant on two things. If I walk by the kitchen, how it smells, and the bathroom.
Okay.
If you can't keep a bathroom clean,
Yeah.
I am not going to eat your location.
And I judge a restaurant by the wings.
Oh, the wings. There you go.
Yeah. A good cold drink and a plate of wings, and the wings there are fabulous, you know.
And you have a lot of beer on tap?
Yeah, there's quite a few beers on tap, and as well as bottles and such as that. Everything from the American domestics right through a half dozen imports.
Wow.
A lot local, like the restaurant across the street. The pub across the street.
Right.
Called Title. We have some of their product.
Really?
Market
So even though
48.
we're across the you carry it in your location?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great product. I mean, it's locally manufactured right here in Hernando County.
Nice.
The other one that I wanted to mention is there's one just up the road, Market 48.
Yes.
And
yes,
they
I've
have a
actually
good
been
product.
there. Yes.
Yeah, so good beer, great food, and great service too.
So is it a comfortable where you can come in shorts, flip flops, and a t-shirt or a nice shirt? You know, no naked or anything like that. You know.
No, that's
I'm not saying people are naked, but I mean, if some people can, I'm like, you should not be wearing that outside.
clothes are mandatory.
Mandatory, yeah.
But yeah, it is a comfortable restaurant.
Comfortable.
I
Love
wouldn't
it.
call it fine dining. It's just American fare.
Yeah.
Sit down, be comfortable. The place is filled with televisions. One of the things I enjoy most on a Tuesday or a Thursday night is just to go and watch the ball game for a few hours,
right.
you know, and have a bite to eat. So there's always something in the way of sports on the roughly 18 televisions that are in the
Wow,
building.
that is a lot of TVs.
Yeah, a lot of TVs, both on the family restaurant side as well as the pub side.
Right. So can you do big parties?
Yeah, well, we do have among us. We have a catering menu where you can actually.
You cater as well.
You can cater out.
Okay.
Which I've done on a number of occasions. Especially, I've gotten my tray of 50 wings. Or
Wings.
what have
I was
you.
going to say wings.
Yeah. When you have a group of friends coming over, that
Right.
kind of thing, it's just a lot more convenient.
Yeah.
So we do cater. We do large programs. In fact, I mentioned, or maybe I haven't mentioned, but one of the things we're doing is we're focusing on the athletic teams.
Yes.
In the community.
Okay.
Okay. So just last weekend, the Hernando NFL flag football season began.
Oh, okay.
So we had, I think, about 60 different young players and coaches come through the building on Saturday
Nice.
after their games.
Right.
So we'll seat a table of 10 or 12 without any
Okay.
difficulty.
That is that. So, but if I want to have a shindig,
Yeah.
I can call you up and go, hey, I got about 70 people coming.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna explain it to you this way.
I knew there has to be an explanation.
I'm getting up in my years. I just
No, I would have said not a day over 40.
just recently had my 60th birthday.
Well, congratulations.
4 or 5. Anyway, a few years ago. And I had 75 people there.
Wow.
For that event. My son just graduated from university. He's got his doctorate degree.
Nice.
Very proud of him. And
Congratulations.
We had an event only 5 months ago for him at the end of the year.
Okay.
For that. So yeah, small parties, large parties, families, sports teams, as I mentioned, is big for us. A lot of different teams coming through, and we're trying to give back to them by doing various sponsorships.
Right.
We've got our name up on the field. We're helping financially support the teams, the uniforms, things like that, so that we can help them, and in turn, the appreciation right back to us.
That's absolutely phenomenal. I love it when I see businesses giving back to the community. A lot of them say they do, and I'm not downing anybody, but a lot of them, oh yeah, we give back, but then I watch and I'm like, And I knew you do, because I actually had one of my my nephews is on a local ball, and he goes, they go there all the time.
Yeah.
So let's tell everybody where you're located.
We're located in the intersection at Spring Hill Drive and Anderson Snow Road.
Okay.
Right behind the Walgreens shopping center.
Right.
There's a strip plaza, and that's where we're located right there. We're open 7 days a week. It all starts about 11 a.m.
Yeah.
People start having lunch around 11 a.m. The lunch crowd comes through, and then the evening comes through, of course, later.
How late are you guys open during the week and versus the weekend?
Yeah, during the week, right now, we see our business start to slow down around 9 p.m., 9:30 in the evening.
Okay.
And then the weekends, of course, later.
Yeah.
We don't,
You're not a 2 a.m., 3 a.m. place,
no,
right?
But we're there for the customer on a Friday night. If they're, like you say, if they're celebrating, they've got 8 or 10 of their friends.
Right.
And somebody's celebrating a birthday.
Right.
We're quite accommodating in that.
Right.
The owners, Billy and Michelle Beats.
Yep.
Been in the community
A long time.
A long time.
Yeah. Well.
He himself service to the community long before he retired.
Right.
And started doing this. So, yeah, the whole family's focused on that. For instance, in June, we're going to have, I think it's the 3rd annual golf tournament for an organization called Possibilities.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is an organization that everybody should try to support.
Right.
That's just one of the things, many things. If somebody came to the business and said, "Hey, we want to help out a family.
Right.
Somebody's ill, somebody's recovering from an illness.
Right.
Can we run a charity event?" Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, people should know that they can come to Rookies and say, "Hey, you guys are terrific. We need a hand because we're here to help."
That's absolutely phenomenal, brother. Thank you for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. You know what, folks? If you're hungry, can I order online? I forgot to even ask that question. I'm always an online guy.
Yeah, and that's especially like you said, COVID and beyond now.
Oh yeah, that changed our world.
Place an order.
Yeah.
You can go online, place an order. All that is accessible to the customer base, to the people in the community.
I hate to use these words, but if I can I order through Uber and DoorDash and all those kind of things?
Absolutely, as well.
There you go.
I mean, that's part of our world nowadays, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry to everybody. Hey, look, if you're hungry, if you ain't doing nothing today, go to have dinner, lunch, or go there this weekend. We appreciate it. Hey, stick around. We got more guests coming up. Michael did a great job. There's the 3rd time, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you.
And welcome back. And you know what? We're going to talk marketing. Marketing. I love marketing. That's what we do. Is what you do. This is Laurean Callander. She is the president of Red Palm Marketing TM. She's very proud of that TM. Good for you. I am glad, because that is a very big process. Yes. So it's been about 7 or 8 years since we sat down and did an interview. When you actually wasn't even with me, you were with Barbara at that time. Yeah. So let's talk about Red Palm Marketing.
Okay.
What are you up to?
We're doing so much fun stuff. We are relaunching the company this year, and since we got the trademark, we've been rebranding for certain things that we are focusing on. We've split the company in half, so we have 2 different sides of the company that clients typically come to us through.
Okay.
And we just last week signed new contracts on both sides of the equation, so we're thrilled about those guys coming into our crazy environment. Bless their hearts. Right. They're brave people. Anyway, so we have on one side, we focus on contractors and wealth management companies.
Okay.
We do very well with them. Since you and I had our last interview with your company, you know that we are a Christian-based organization. Yep. So the wealth management firm that we just signed out of San Antonio is Christian-based, and the reason they signed with us is because we are too, and they wanted a marketing firm who understood workplace ministry and can bring that into their organization and portray that well. So that was a big win for my team, and we did that very well when we did our demonstrations.
Yep.
The other side of the company that is experiencing tons of success since you and I last met is our white label.
Okay.
So we white label for agencies that are very good in their particular niches, but they don't want to get involved with the paid side. Paid Facebook advertising, paid Google advertising, especially if their main focus is on lead generation. They just want to be able to get people who are qualified on the phone and have a sales discussion with them. When they're interested in investing not only in the ads, but more importantly, into the sales process that happens after that lead comes in the door. Because if you have a bad sales process on the back end, it doesn't matter how many leads I bring you.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to fail because your team is not, whatever that process looks like. And we've seen every version of what that process looks like. But if it's not consistent, it's not regular, it's not upbeat, it isn't intentional, the leads just fall and business doesn't grow, and then we lose a client. And Red Palm Marketing, we don't lose clients.
And you got to be able to close. If you can't close, you're in the
why
wrong
bother
business.
investing in sales and marketing if you can't close? I mean, it's futile effort. So we do run our clients through a little bit of procedure to verify what does that look like on their side. No matter which side of the equation you're on, if we're bringing you potential business, what does that sales process look like, and how are you closing them, and what is your closing rate? Because if that's broken, maybe that's what we need to focus on before the other side.
Try to get that fixed.
Yes.
And then you take it full circle. Now, do you do full management of social media?
We don't enjoy organic.
It's a lot of work.
It is, and that's why it's one of the priciest things on our menu of services, because it is extremely labor intensive. The industries that we play with are in regulated industries, which means the government and competitors are monitoring what you say in the public space, and you can get in trouble for that. Our internal processes are perfect for them. So they get to play with the organic media. They know what's going on. They're paying a premium for it, but it's getting done. It's getting out there. It's consistent, which is the number one thing. It's consistent messaging, and it's fresh. It's relevant. It's what they're looking for without it being a major business concern.
So do you take on clients that are strictly in this area? Because it sounds like to me you work with them all over the country.
Yeah. 90% of our clients are around the country.
Around the country.
Around the country. I have a very small amount in Florida.
Okay. You just live in Florida. Because you like it in Florida.
Yes.
It's
My kids are
warm.
here. My kids are here, so it's like a boomerang that keeps pulling me back in.
Right.
And Red Palm Marketing started in Florida, but I did not.
Oh, okay. Now, where did you start?
I was born and raised San Francisco.
Okay.
And my family built a large software development company.
I knew that about you.
Yep. And
Because
I
was in another network and I heard you talk about it.
Yep. And my first job was in sales. That's when I learned that children of entrepreneurial parents aren't subject to child labor laws.
Oh my! Hope my son just heard that.
So
Just saying.
So I got to work in sales. My sister got to work in operations. My brother got to work in programming. We all had our jobs around the business.
Right.
The family had the business for 30 years. We moved it to Dallas and grew it very large.
Okay.
And it went IPO and then it got bought out and we moved on to our own things.
So you had that opportunity growing up to kind of touch different realms of the business, going, okay, I've done that. I don't like it, or I've done that, and I really love that. I can do this because if I need to, I can get it done. And to me, when I hear entrepreneurs and business owners that go, I've kind of touched all the realms, and I know how this is going to work for you, especially marketing people. Because I get some people that are marketers, and they've literally done one thing and one thing only. And then they're tied into that. So you kind of have a bigger, broader expansion knowledge of what's going on.
Well, I think more importantly than that, not only do I have the boots on the ground knowledge growing up with, which to me, 2009 and the growth and boom of social media, Google advertising was a huge gift to me because I grew up in sales and then I grew up in programming and social media brought it together. It's like, this is like taking candy from a baby. It's like I was in heaven. So it was a great opportunity. But more importantly than that, for anybody in any skill set, you got to have the business knowledge first. You have to have the entrepreneurial mindset. And growing up with a mother and father that were serial entrepreneurs, that's what we had for breakfast every day. Breakfast and dinner. It's what's going on with the business. Up until a couple years ago, I never called my parents by their mom and dad names. They were by their first names, to their face or to other people. Because the conversations were always about, the health of the business, the health of the employees, the health of the relationship with the customers, the health of the relationship with the vendors, all those things that go on that people don't always necessarily see, but it's what keeps business owners up at night. So I know
there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it.
I try to take this piece off their plate.
And that's just, I was going to say, and because of the marketing, doing the marketing side, that is such a relief that people no longer have to kind of work in their business. They can work on their business.
They can work on their business. And I feel confident enough about what I know that I can speak truth to whoever I'm speaking with. So I was speaking with another interviewee of your show who owns a restaurant in the area. And I was asking, what's been one of the main contributors to your success? How have you been marketing? Tell me, what have you been doing? Teach me, show me how you've been growing so I can duplicate that with some of my similar clients. And of course, he was doing the things that I knew that he was doing, but he was also doing something that was futile efforts in his particular industry. So I was able to help guide him away from that particular tactic and say, that tactic is so dead. It's so 2013. You need to stop doing that.
All right. Now we got 20 seconds left. Where can people find you?
redpalmmarketing.com is the best way to find me. Shoot me a message through the website. Email is the best way to get hold of me.
Oh, awesome. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Hey, everybody, stick around. We have more great guests coming up right after these messages. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back, and now we're going to talk blood. I know, right? Blood.
Blood. Hey,
But
everyone has it.
blood is important.
Very.
And according to what I know, it's short.
Pretty much always,
So
yes.
I've got Marisa Pacchiarotti. She is from LifeSouth. I
Yep.
hope I said that right and
You
didn't
did, thank you.
destroy it.
No.
Yeah, I was reading the other day, and believe it or not, I still read. I know it's kind of hard. I'm old and I
look
got
at you.
glasses, and there is a big shortage.
Yes, there is a national blood shortage. There has been for some time.
Okay.
Partly, as you can imagine, an effect of COVID, where a lot of businesses were closed, shopping centers, schools, the places that often have blood drives.
Right.
But just in general, there is, because we see, a lot of generations that were raised with the idea of donating blood regularly, are getting older, dying out, and it's just kind of not as common in people's minds. We go to high schools all the time and schools and do presentations and are trying to build what we call the donation generation.
Right.
Trying to rebuild that again.
I want to be
but
one of the
there
5-gallon
is-
club now.
Yeah. Hey, we just had a 50-gallon donor.
What?
Yes, that we celebrated here in Hernando County, actually.
Wow.
He's going for 55. He's requested a 55-gallon drum if he suggests if he makes it.
I want it all back.
Yes, I want
it all back.
I mean, we'll fill it with something else. I don't know, like Starburst or something. But
not a bad thing.
it is possible, and
Right.
people have made that many donations, but it's becoming rarer. So yeah, there's always a need.
So, walk me through the process.
Sure.
Because there's people, I do know people, they're like, nope, not going to go there. They're going to put a needle in me, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to suck, and then I'm going to pass out because
No.
it takes your blood, and blah, blah, blah.
No.
Let's talk about the actual process.
Absolutely. So the actual process is so much easier and simpler than one would even think. I actually remember the first time I ever donated, I was very nervous because it's new. You don't know what it's going to be like. And I remember thinking to myself, this is the easiest, best thing I've ever been able to do.
Right.
Because the user experience, the experience for you, the donor, is pretty much, we're going to ask you to sit in a comfortable chair for
Right.
about 20 minutes,
Right.
which is the easiest way anyone's ever going to ask you to do something good.
Right.
But you come and you have to answer some questions first. That is regulated by the FDA, so that doesn't even have to do with us.
Right.
Blood donation is very safe and carefully regulated. So you come, you answer a few questions about your health, maybe your travel, medicines you're on, things like that, just to ensure that you are safe and that the blood is safe for whoever it's going to go to.
Right.
After that, they do what we call a mini physical. So they check your blood pressure, your iron level, again, required by the FDA, but also to make sure you're going to feel okay after donating.
Right.
And then the actual donation experience, if you're donating whole blood, that's what we call it when you're just giving a pint of blood. That's kind of the normal image people have of blood donation. That takes about 15 minutes.
Right.
And you do not feel pain during the process. It's kind of, similar to getting maybe a flu shot,
Right.
a COVID vaccine if you've had that, or just vaccines at some point in your life. It's like a prick, and that's all you feel.
Right.
Our techs, the phlebotomists who work on our buses and in our centers, are very good about ensuring that people are comfortable, but it's kind of normal procedure. Like, they put something over your arm, you're just sitting there comfortable. You are not feeling anything during the donation process.
Right.
And then afterwards, your body does what it does naturally, which is
Make more blood.
make more blood. It is capable of giving blood and not having negative
Do you still get
effects.
the orange juice in a donut?
Absolutely. We cookies, orange juice, Gatorade, sodas. For our donors who donate things that we call automation, that's where you're giving maybe platelets, plasma, or
That
red
was my
cells.
next question. Okay, so if
You get better snacks. That was the
so
that was
if
the
I come
tag.
in and
in.
go, okay, here's a pint, or
Yeah.
here's plasma.
Yes. So
Because there's a difference, right?
there is. So to simplify it, when you just donate blood, whole blood, you are giving, everything your blood is made of, a pint of it.
Right.
It goes to our labs, to our headquarters. They test it and they separate it into the different things blood is made of. And that is why we say that one blood donation can save up to 3 lives, because your blood can be separated into those different components. When you donate something like platelets, which is a very common kind of donation, that is on a machine. This is actually pretty amazing, but it is capable of taking some of your blood. It spins it in a centrifuge in the machine,
Right.
processes it right then and there, keeps your platelets, and returns everything else back to you
Oh, okay.
in one needle, in one go. It's kind of does like a 30-second rotation. It takes some blood,
Cool.
processes
Put it
it,
back
puts
in.
it back, takes it, puts it back. I've done that too, and you don't feel a difference when any of that is happening. The difference in that is, so you're still giving something that you do give when you donate whole blood, a pint of blood anyway. But when you donate platelets, you don't often feel it as much because we didn't take any of your red cells. We didn't take any of the iron, strictly speaking. And your body replenishes platelets, which is the clotting element of your blood. It's what scabs over when you get a cut. It replenishes those incredibly fast. So you can actually donate platelets basically every week.
Really?
Yeah, one time a week you could come in. Most people do 2 weeks because that was the norm for a long time. But you can come in every 2 weeks, give platelets, and platelets are used. They're used for many things, but vitally in cancer treatment. So we supply Moffitt Cancer Center in Tampa. About 90% of their blood comes from LifeSouth, and when I say blood, I also mean platelets. So when a patient is going through chemotherapy, usually that destroys their platelets. So they need platelet infusions constantly, weekly, and so that can only come from blood donation.
Gotcha.
So it's amazing how many things are medicinal, needed, and only come from blood, which can only be given through voluntary blood donation.
So if I'm given a pint of blood, it's once a month.
It's once every 3 months,
3
basically.
months.
56 days for
You're a
that
trooper
whole
if you're
blood
doing it once a
donation.
month.
You are. I mean,
Good for
again,
you.
we're heavily regulated. Technically, you know, in a maybe a post-apocalyptic world, you could
Come
do
back
more
in a
of
couple
it.
days.
Yeah,
We need some more.
No, but to ensure that your blood is, that your blood is replenished, healthy, that you remain healthy, it's every 56 days is how often you can give regular whole blood. So we say about 4 times a year. So, for example, we do blood drives at all the high schools in Hernando County. 3 or 4 times a year, because that's about how often you can donate, and so that is that's a kind of a calendar schedule for giving whole blood regularly.
So I think I misspoke then. So plasma is the same as the pint of blood, or is plasma different?
Plasma is the same process as donating platelets that I mentioned. It's just that they would pull and receive a different thing. So platelets, plasma, or your red cells are all things that can be taken individually.
Oh, okay.
While the rest is given back on those machines. It's really incredible if you think about on a microscopic level.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You
a machine.
Can do that? Oh,
yes,
that's cool.
I know.
So
but you get good snacks when you do that. Yeah.
See, I love it.
I just wanted to pitch that for you.
So what do you got going on here?
So interesting that you asked about people who maybe aren't used to donating, because we are doing an event just for those people. So you can see this here. It is going to be called Fight the Fear. We are trying to provide an opportunity on May 27th at our newest center, which is in the plaza by Winn-Dixie on 19. It's called, I can't remember the name of the plaza. Anyway.
It's okay.
It's by Winn-Dixie on 19. People know where that is. We have a little center there. And our goal is to provide as comfortable an experience as possible for people who either have never donated before and want to give it a try in a more peaceful, less chaotic, less stressed environment than, say, donating on a bus at your job or in a plaza, in a Walmart or something. And also for anyone who maybe tried giving but didn't have the best experience, whatever it may have been. Sometimes people, if you're a little dehydrated, if you hadn't had enough to eat that day, it can make you feel a little worse than it has to.
Right.
So we always say, have you eaten today?
Gotta eat.
It's good. Have you been drinking water? So if you come to the Fight the Fear event, we will pamper you, and we will have soothing. I'm putting in a bid for some soothing spa music, maybe even some face masks, and we're gonna have all of our phlebotomists who are the most experienced, the most competent, who are there, so you can be assured of getting the best experience possible, and we would love for you to come and give it a try again.
Gotta go. Thank you for being on. We appreciate it.
having me.
We'll be right back after these messages. everybody, we're back. And you know what? We went from marketing to blood, and now we're going to talk food. Because what do you do after you give blood? You got to go eat. And
Correct.
what better food to eat than pizza?
That's
Right?
true.
So-
Pizza. Everybody loves pizza.
I've got Padula's Pizza. Is that correct? Am I
Yes.
saying that correctly?
Yes.
And now let's talk about how long has Padula's been around?
Padula's has been at the same location for 28 years.
Same location.
Same location. It was
Wow.
a family that built a business 28 years ago, and they retired, and my wife and I bought the store 2 years ago this last month.
Okay.
So
Okay. So I'm going to ask because you now you're going to understand where I'm coming. What makes good pizza in Florida?
okay, well, for me, it's the fresh dough.
Okay.
Okay, we make our dough twice a day. To me, it is also homemade sauce, which we have the original recipe that.
Not canned. You're not using
No.
that canned stuff.
No, it's a proprietary
Okay.
sauce, as well as our marinara, our spaghetti sauce.
Okay.
The question I get a lot is the water.
Okay. So I'm glad you said that
Yeah.
because that is so. I'm from Connecticut, not
Okay.
from Connecticut, but I lived on some of my adult years up there, and I actually worked for up there. And you come down here, and all these people come down here. And goes, oh yeah, you can't get anything good down here because the water. You just got the water's not right.
So that's why I kind of hesitated when you first asked me that question,
Right.
because I do a lot of reading of posts from customers in the community on other restaurants as well as mine, of course. But that is often the question. Well, the water, like in New York or up east, makes the pizza. We have tried, in the last 2 years, I have tried different waters to see if I could taste a difference, if you will, with our pizza and also with maybe the texture of the dough and things like this. I wasn't able to find a difference. I guess the only other option, and I know some restaurants in Florida do this, they actually ship in water from New York. That's something I probably will not do unless something drastically changes.
And this is funny. So if you're from New York, you don't drink the water in New York.
That's okay. That's funny.
I'm
So
just
I don't-
saying it's the most chemically treated water that you'll ever drink because
Wow.
they're an island and they're sitting there and it's so I never got the whole water thing. So to me, it's I think it's all about your dough prep, your ingredients, especially if you make your own sauce. If you are doing your own pizza, that is just above everybody else.
Right. Right. And we do use really fresh ingredients. I mean, high-end ingredients. So, I always tell people we're not the cheapest
Right.
restaurant in the area in terms of pizza, but we stand by our quality.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, so is Hobart or do you have brick ovens?
We have stone ovens.
Stone ovens.
So we don't, as I tell customers, or if I write an article or something, I tell folks that we don't have the conveyor belt
Right.
mass production.
Yeah.
I call them pizza ovens. That's just my wording.
Right.
It's probably not politically correct, but I do think a pizza tastes so much better off of a stone deck.
Absolutely.
And it is more volatile. It is more sensitive.
Yes. You
It's-
have to pay attention.
You have to pay attention.
Now, is it wood fired, gas fired?
It's gas.
Gas fired.
So,
Okay, so
yes.
it's a top down.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have 4 deck ovens.
Wow.
And we don't use 4 of them every day, but on the
Right.
weekends we do. And so it is.
It is an art.
It is. Thank you. That's the right
It
way
is
to
really
say it.
because you really have to pay attention. You have to make sure the spin's going on, and then especially during rushes, again, now experience is coming. During a rush, your ovens will cool down.
Correct. You have the hot spots and cool
Yeah.
spots.
So you got to know where those are at and pull. So let's talk about some of the pizzas.
Yep.
Let's talk about what's your best pizza.
Our number one selling pizzas are Supreme.
Oh, okay.
I just introduced several new pizzas, the first actually last week, and I think our number one selling pizza, if I would predict it, in the next maybe 12 months will be our Cuban pizza.
Ooh, Cuban.
I cannot
I'm
stop eating
intrigued.
it. I cannot stop eating it. So
Okay. So when you're on the road, when you travel, because you take vacations, do you go to other pizza places?
absolutely.
And I'm a purist. And so when I go somewhere brand new, the first thing I have is just a cheese pie.
Okay.
Because if you can't make a cheese pie, you can't make a pizza.
Well, that's very true.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
that base has got to be there. So how good is your cheese pie?
Our cheese pizza is excellent. We use a great blend of cheese
Okay.
that has whole milk. It's low skim. We use provolone in that mixture as well.
Ooh, yeah.
So it is stretchy,
Yes.
yet it stays moist, doesn't dry out.
Right.
I don't-
Crispy bottom.
Yeah, and that's again with the crust, making
Yeah.
sure that it's done properly in
Yeah,
those
yeah.
ovens. One thing I love about our store is, and I think a lot of our customers love this aspect of visiting us, is everything is in the open. So when you come in our store, you see our staff working, and I actually have people tell me, like, I love coming in because it's just a fine-tuned machine.
Right.
And it may look like a fine-tuned machine, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it. But our staff does a great job, and we all kind of know our roles. And I have a great staff. We have very low turnover at our place, so people tend to stay with us, which I'm very blessed with.
Where can people find you?
We are located in the public shopping center, is what I like to say, because that's kind of an anchor of
Yep.
our plaza, of course, Publix. But we're at Barkley and Spring Hill Drive,
Okay.
basically near Anderson Snow and,
Yeah.
and Barkley. And we're on the very corner of the plaza. And again, been there for 28 years. And that's how old that plaza is. So
What, now, are you strictly pizza or do you do full menu?
we do full menu.
Nice.
So we have a great salad layout, fresh salad. I just introduced a spinach salad, which has golden crisp apples, candied walnuts, feta cheese, a homemade Greek dressing. That is going to be phenomenal.
Like a Greek Waldorf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have subs. We have great wings. We have our number one selling dinner is our homemade lasagna. Which
now I'm getting hungry.
yeah, we
Do
make
chicken
that-
parm?
We do chicken parm.
You do it thin or thick?
thin.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I know where I'm coming to eat this week.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying already because you can't find it. I can't. It's hard for me to find that thin chicken parm.
Yeah, we pound it out, marinate it overnight, and then we bread it in an Italian breading, and it's fresh chicken. So
Wine, beer.
I don't. We are a
Oh,
non-alcohol
nice, okay.
service. We have a small dining area. Most of our business is delivery or
Okay.
takeout.
Right.
Yeah, and we use our own delivery drivers. I don't use.
Don't Uber it or that's nice. That
I
is
tried
very
it,
nice.
and I found that they overcharge sometimes, but also I felt like our food quality wasn't always there by the time it got to the customer.
It didn't arrive right.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so we just made the decision the first of this year to 100% do our own delivery drivers. And those services are great, but just not a good fit for us.
Right.
You know.
Well, everybody has its place, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So what are your hours?
We are open every day at 11, 7
Okay.
days a week, and with the exception of Sunday, we open at noon.
Noontime.
And
Okay.
we're open till about 9 o'clock at night, give or take. Sometimes we'll stay a little later. Sometimes
Get a good crowd in there, and they're
Yes.
kind of eating. You don't want to shoo them out, right?
No, no.
That's just horrible. So 28 years. That's a long time. And I mean, I'm over here going, do I have time to go eat today? Because as we get wrapped up out of here, but I know you got to go. Hey, stick around. We got more great guests coming up. You know what? Call me and get some pizza
Come on
delivered.
out.
Yeah. How far out do you deliver?
Currently 6 miles.
6. That's good.
Yeah.
That is really good. Goodness gracious. All right, we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, welcome back. And save the best for last. I'm just saying right now, we've got Jordyn Ivie. She is the new event coordinator for the great and wonderful Greater Hernando Chamber of Commerce. And so, how is that?
It is going. We've had quite a few events in the past couple months.
Right.
We just wrapped up student recognition.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so that was
Nice.
a great. We had 55 students we gave out scholarships
Wow.
to.
That is
So,
awesome.
Yes.
Gotta love it when you help the kids.
Yes.
That's kids are great. I mean, well, your kid, you're barely what, 19, 21 years old, something like that. You were a youngin', but you are a very accomplished youngin'.
Thank you.
Right? But isn't it nice to be able to work with the up and coming and show them that,
Oh, yes.
the business world really does care about them. We just don't want them there to work for us for free. It's not a bad thing. You need to intern somewhere, but it's a great thing to support that educational side.
Oh
right?
yes, and the CETA board does amazing putting this on.
Yes.
Every year, Nicole Miller. I don't know how she does it.
Right.
We do receive thousands of emails from her throughout the time, but she is very efficient and it runs super smooth the day of. So
Wow,
we are
that's
very appreciative.
Very, very good. That is awesome. So how long have you been in the new position?
I have been in this position since February.
Nice. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. And you still have all your hair.
I still
And it's
have
not
all my-
gray. You're not all wrinkled up. You don't have that smokers. No, I've been in the world. I understand. But and you also have a new president now.
Yes, we do. So we have Ashley Hofecker. She has come on as the new president as of May 1st.
May 1st. Okay.
Well, she is now our chief executive officer.
CEO.
That is the new title.
Oh, okay.
She's our CEO, and she's already stirring things up, making a difference.
No, I'm just kidding.
So it's going very well. We're very excited to have her on board.
That is awesome. I hope her long longevity here, because Morris wasn't here. He was here for a long time.
Yes, he was here through COVID.
Yeah. So that's a staple. When when you make it through that kind of stuff, you've become a staple of the business, right?
Yes.
So what do you got coming up? I hear there's some good stuff.
Yes. So we have our Plano barbecue. It will be at American Aviation Flight Academy right off Helicopter Drive in Brooksville.
Okay.
It will be on May 19th, which is a Friday, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Ooh.
The event itself is free to come in. You can come in, enjoy. We'll have vendors. We'll
Right.
have airplanes. We'll have the SWAT truck. We'll have
Helicopters.
We'll have helicopters. The sheriff's helicopter will be there.
That's gonna be awesome. Are they gonna give free rides?
That I don't know.
No, we need to talk
That
to them
would be
about that.
great.
That would be kind of cool. Just saying.
But there is an option to purchase a barbecue dinner.
Nice.
That has to be purchased beforehand.
Before you show up, because that way that give an inventory.
Yes.
Right.
So we will have only so much
Right.
food, but you can purchase those tickets on Eventbrite,
Okay.
and those are on sale currently right now until I believe a couple days before the event.
Okay. Now, can people go to the website and then find the link to go to Eventbrite and buy?
Yes. So it's on
Okay.
our website, our
Right.
Facebook page.
Okay.
Anywhere you find us, you can find the link.
Really?
Yes.
This is really mean. I'm going to pick on you now because I'm literally having to go to Georgia that weekend, and barbecue is one of my most favorite things in the whole wide world. I'm just saying.
Well, you should have let me know. I could have rearranged the date.
I mean, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that you girls are not going to do that for me. I know you love me and all, but hey. So what else is going on?
Well, after plain old barbecue, we kind of
Is
have
it plain old barbecue?
plain like airplane.
Oh,
Plain
the
old
plane.
barbecue.
Oh, got it.
Kind
That's
of a
awesome.
play on words.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So after that, we have kind of a couple calm months.
Okay.
And then in August, we have, at the end of August,
In the heat.
in the heat, but it should be good because they'll be at Crosspoint Church. We have our Health and Wellness Expo.
Gotcha.
It should be all inside, so
Okay.
you don't have to worry about any of the weather.
I'm old.
or-
The heat's getting to me. I'm just saying.
It'll be nice and cold inside.
There we go. All right. That's good. That's good. So what else is going on at the chamber?
Well, right now we are hiring for an event coordinator.
Well, wait a minute. You're the event coordinator.
Yes, I am. I will be leaving
Oh,
in
wow.
the beginning of June. So we need someone to fill my spot. Someone who's energetic, organized, someone who loves events.
People person.
A people person. We need someone who's good with people. hopefully someone who has some event experience, so you're not
thrown
right
into the fire.
it, yes.
Yeah, that whole event coordinating is it's a life of its own.
Oh, yes.
Literally a life of its own.
It is.
Yeah. So is the plain old barbecue now? Is that going to support any charities? We didn't talk about that side of it.
No, so this is the first year we're doing it.
Okay.
So we really can't anticipate what it's going to do.
Gotcha.
Our presenting sponsor is the Holmes Family Foundation. It is
okay.
a nonprofit.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
But we aren't sure how many people will show up,
Yeah.
anything. So I'm sure in the future this will go to support.
Well, May, in the middle of May, you can have some pretty good weather in May in Florida. Yeah, it's when you get in June, July, and August, you're like, oh God, it's going to get hot, right?
Yes.
And who doesn't love barbecue? Is there going to be music?
There should be live music.
Oh, that's awesome.
We can't confirm who it is yet.
Can confirm or deny
But
that.
there will be music.
Okay.
And we're gonna have some really, really neat activities there.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Cornhole,
There could be cornhole.
basketball, golf chipping. I'm just trying to give you some things here. What do they call that? Cow patty tossing.
Oh my goodness.
It's barbecue. If you can't throw cow patties in the barbecue. I mean, come on now, we got to have a little bit of fun. This is the South, for God's sake. So yeah. So anything else going on that we need to kind of know about that is like, oh, how's membership?
Membership is doing great. Of course, I got to plug in Mike because he told me to.
We must say Mike's name
We
3
must say
times
Mike.
during the show. It must be said. Mike.
So he's doing great. I believe last month we had 14 or 15 new members.
Wow, that's awesome.
And he's out there. He's getting the new members. We're super excited because they're showing up to the breakfast. They're
Yes.
at the monthly membership meeting.
Right.
We announce our new members.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited that they're showing up. They're being recognized. They're
Good.
being able to introduce themselves to the people who are in the community because some really key people attend the breakfast.
Yes.
So it's a really good event for them to be at.
So how is the B2B going?
The B2B is going well.
Okay.
Mike is always working on that.
Dude, it's always working.
He's always
He's
working.
a hard-working brother. I'm just saying right now.
I don't know if he gets sleep, so
Today did not look like it. He's running around getting everything I need to get the show going. So yeah, that is awesome. So and now, is there any ribbon cuttings? Ribbon cuttings coming up, right? Website.
yes.
You got to go to the
on
website because there's a
website.
lot of them.
There can
I threw her a curveball, and that's my bad. I shouldn't have done that. But
I am not in tune with the ribbon cuttings anymore.
well, that's right, because you're an event coordinator.
Yes. Laurean is our new front desk person.
Okay.
She could tell you the ribbon cuttings right off the top.
So if I'm watching right now at home and I want to join, the best way to do is go to the website, correct?
Yes, that is the best way to go. You go to the website. There should be right on the homepage a join now button, and right next to it you can find the membership directory.
Yeah.
Oh, that is another thing.
Oh, how about that?
We have our 2023 membership directory just arrived.
Did it really?
It did. It
What?
just arrived. I believe it was Friday. It came in. We inspected it. They look great. So they are ready for people to come in, pick up their copies, put it in their place of business.
That
we're
is
very
awesome.
excited.
So we got to go. Thanks for watching today. My Chamber TV. We've been Hernando County Chamber of Commerce. We'll see everybody next week on My Chamber TV.